All right, so you can now roll over your 529 plan into a Roth IRA. Of course, there are some rules you got to follow, so let's get at it.
Lightning strikes and then you're gonna know my name.
All right, so the Secure Act 2.0 passed late 2022, and Section 126 of that code calls for certain distributions from a 529 will be allowed to go into a Roth IRA. That's very, very exciting. And this answers the age-old question. Think about it. When you first started a 529 plan, probably for your child, maybe when they were first born or very, very young, certainly you had in the back of your mind, what if they don't go to college? What if they get a full ride? Here you are plunking dollars into this 529 plan for 18 years or more, and then what's going to happen with that money? If you cashed it in for yourself, you got to pay taxes, 10% penalty, and all that good stuff. So with this provision, it allows for that distribution to go to a Roth IRA. But before we get into all the provisions and the rules and regulations of this, if we haven't met already, my name's Keith Wilson. I'm a practicing financial advisor here helping people along their personal finance journey, hopefully spreading a little wealth of information along the way. And if you have found value in this video, hey, I would really appreciate it if you give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, help the algorithm out. I would really appreciate it. All right, let's get into these provisions. So first of all, this ruling does not start until 2024. So you've got some time to plan. Now, if you're excited about thinking, you as the owner, usually the parent, thinking, hey, I can roll this over into my own Roth IRA, that's not the case. It is for the beneficiary of that 529 plan. Another thing, that 529 plan must have been maintained for 15 years. Now, it's a little unclear what that means. Does that mean you have opened it for at least 15 years, or you opened it at least 15 years ago? What if you changed beneficiaries midstream? Does the clock tick over? This is kind of unclear, but there is some language that alludes to, hey, as long as you opened it 15 years or more ago, then we're okay. I'm sure there's going to be some rulings coming that will clarify that issue. So we know it's for the beneficiary of that 529 plan. And the thing is, you can't, let's say you have $100,000 in the 529 plan. You can't simply roll $100,000 into the Roth. So it's going to follow what the normal Roth contributions are according to that year. So in 2023, the Roth contribution limit is $6,500. So you can only contribute to whatever that year's maximum contribution limit is. And let's say your child is working and they've already contributed to an IRA or a Roth IRA, that's $6,500 in this example. You can't double up. So it's a total amount between what they've contributed and what you are going to roll over of that Roth contribution limit. Which gets us to the next point. The child or beneficiary of the 529 plan must have earned income equal to the rollover amount, but not exceeding that Roth IRA contribution limit for whatever year you're doing this rollover. Also, with this new Secure Act 2.0, Section 126 of the 529 plan, there is no income limit, meaning that the child, the beneficiary of the 529 plan, it doesn't matter what they make. Normally, a Roth contribution, there are income limits. If you make more than a certain amount, you can't contribute. Well, with this tax code, there are no income limits. Earlier I mentioned you must have maintained the 529 plan for 15 years. You cannot roll over any contributions that you made to that 529 plan in the last 5 years. Now, that's usually not a problem because maybe the bulk of what you contributed to the 529 plan happened in the earlier years. And lastly, there is a lifetime maximum that you can roll over to a Roth IRA from the 529 plan, which is $35,000. After that, you can't roll over anymore. But think about this. This creates some great planning opportunities. So let's say your child has a full ride scholarship, number one, and they don't need the 529 plan. So you can start converting or transferring or rolling over, whatever you want to call it, from the 529 plan into their own Roth IRA, giving them a really good head start towards their retirement. Compounding growth, it could be well over $1 million by the time they retire, which is tax-free. Another idea is you could change the beneficiary. You're the owner. You could change the beneficiary to yourself, and then you can transfer out of the 529 into your own Roth IRA. Remember, I said no income limits. Of course, there's going to be, further rulings down the road, a lot of questions left unanswered, but man, this is a major step going forward. The ability to roll over your 529 plan into the Roth IRA. I'm very excited. You got to check with your tax advisor, check with your financial advisor. If you have questions on this, feel free to give me a call. My contact information listed below. I'd be more than happy to talk to you about it. Until then, we'll see you next time.